Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Delays and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. In the last episode, we were working with Thaumcraft, trying to get Thaumcraft hooked up to Applied Energistics, and we ended up making the infusion provider, and we have a little bit of an Digissentia storage plus the arcane crafting terminal. There we go, that's what it's called. And yeah, so I expanded between episodes the platform underneath and was working on a bunch of different things, all in preparation for today. So today's plan is we're going to start working on automating a few other things, including a little bit of Thaumcraft, and hopefully things will go good. So one of the big things that we're going to need quite a bit of is ender pearls. We have like no ender pearls. So we're going to set up an Enderman farm, but that's going to require getting a machine frame resonant so that we can make an ender chest. Now one of these will make 4 sets of ender chests, so that at least is good, but this is currently going. I went ahead and started that up. I'm losing so much power that's almost done, so that's good. I forgot about these guys. In fact, I need to turn that back on so that it will actually start producing. We have almost a bucket of UU matter, which is kind of nice. But I kind of forgot about these guys. They were both completely drained of uranium, which is fine. There's a bunch of it in there. I'll deal with that later. And let's see, what else did I do? These guys don't work too well. Yeah, there's an issue with basically these transfer nodes. If you want to make plates, it's going to put a whole bunch of stuff in here, and then it's going to put all of the transfer nodes in there, and it doesn't like putting them onto the metal press without like a pretty much it doesn't like it without like if the plate's only one at a time, and then the gears 4 at a time. So something we can do to fix this, which will make it a little bit better, is hoppers. But the problem with that is we're probably going to have to move things again. So if I want... Is there any other type of hopper that would like... A directional hopper would be really nice. But I don't think that would work. So I'm going to have to figure out a better way to deal with this. Something that we could do is that, and then I will see if this works. So let's get a piece of iron, and we're gonna get a transfer pipe, and if this works, then we'll do it to the other side as well. But what we can do, put this here, and if we put that there, will it go? Okay, that works. So we'll do something similar over here. Honestly, we could put the chest here. No, we can't put the chest there. Put the chest here. Let's see. I'm trying to think what's going to be the best way to do this. I could... I don't know if moving the interface there would work. Could do that, but I think the best thing to do is just going to be have that there with a transfer node like so. No, we're going to have to do it on the back. That'll work. So put a transfer node like so. Let's turn on our jetpack just to get over here. We need another hopper, so that is pretty easy. And then another transfer pipe. And that will hopefully solve our problems. So we just need a hopper like so. and then the transfer pipe on the back. So that'll work. It's not too ugly, but it's more important that it works. So the plan for today is we are going to basically do a bunch of different things. One of the big things that I want to start working on is we're going to start automating all of the shards from Thaumcraft. That is going to be pretty easy. It's just going to take a little bit of setting up. And one of the things that I kind of forgot about, and that we're probably going to want, we're going to want a lot more channels down at the ME area, not the ME area, the Thaumic area, because we're going to want to do a lot of automation. So we're going to fix the ME controller and the channels and all that kind of stuff once again. So that's good enough for now. 25%. We're also going to potentially start working towards getting, let's see, what time is it? Ooh, let's go ahead and activate Division Sigil. Can we do this really quickly? We're going to need a bunch of dirt. And this is going to be dangerous, but we should be able to handle it. So dirt, we're going to need redstone. We're going to need a enchanting table. We're going to need a golden lasso. And let's hope we can do this. So I need a chicken or something. I think I'm just going to take a chicken because they're easy enough to get. There's so many eggs around. And you have to do this somewhere. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck. Guess right over here will be fine. We need to get rid of some of these lights. And I don't think we're going to be able to do it tonight. So we get a bunch of dirt. And we're going to set up the Division Sigil ritual. So this is going to give us Cursed Earth, which is what we want more than anything else. And let's see. It goes there. This goes around like so. And we missed it. I just want to see. Shift click. Must not be lit by outside sources. So there are still torches. Alright, we'll try to do that again in the next night. And hopefully it'll work. So I was kind of rushing just because I realized it was night and we could do it. So the Division Sigil, which we got from the Wither, we're going to activate it. And the reason we're going to do that is to get Cursed Earth. Cursed Earth is really, really good stuff. That is going to allow us to kind of upgrade not only the monster spawner right over there, but the Enderman spawner, which I want to make in the end today. So this is going to be kind of required for that. We'll try to do that today if we can. But all you have to do is put an enchanting table down with a ring of redstone. Make sure that it's completely dark, not lit by outside sources, can see the sun, see the moon, and it's placed on dirt. And then once it's midnight, you just make a sacrifice, aka kill a chicken, on the enchanting table, and then everything's good. So, well, then everything gets bad, but then everything's good. So that's kind of one thing we're going to try to do today. And then, yeah, so Shard Farm, the Cursed Earth and Enderman Farm, and fixing the ME system. So what we want to do is we want to make an ME tunnel. Can I just get normal flux? Can I craft like 30 of those? That'd be good. We're also going to want quartz fiber, like a couple of those. We're going to want a memory card, which I need to look up how to make. Let's see, this guy. And then we're going to want to make some dense ME cable. And I think, didn't we have a little bit of dents? Yes. So we're going to want more of the blue dents. So let's get... I guess we don't have blue dents, we have blue smart. But what I want is a little bit of this. So that should be enough. And we should be able to make 2 ME tunnels. Alright, I want fluix. I just want normal fluix, because the others are a little bit more annoying to make. So we are going to need another diamond processor. Not too bad. Shouldn't take too long. So while we're doing that, let's go ahead and set this up a little bit more. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to break... Not those. That one was fine. So smart cable... Where's the... There we go. And then the glass cable goes there. Alright, we're going to want this one. Because what we're going to want is a lot more channels over by the... over there. So what we can do is we can put dense cables. We'll do it here. And then we'll put a tunnel on the end. And then it doesn't really matter. We can kind of do whatever we want with this, and then we're going to need to make sure that these devices are powered. And to do that, we just need a quartz fiber. Like, let's see, we can break that one. We'll put the quartz fiber here. And then the normal glass cable right here. So that should use another channel there. It'll use another 2 channels on this guy, which is fine for now. But the device is online. So what we're going to want is, once we can get the other... Cool, there we go. The other P2P tunnel, put all this stuff back. What we can do is we can hit... Actually, we're going to want some more dense cables. So dense cables. We can, I believe it is shift right click. And we can go all the way down here. And so currently, these devices probably are on offline. What we can do is just break this and this. We'll put that there, and then is it just right click? Successfully loaded, saves. Okay, so there we go. That is what we needed to do. Now we have 4 channels over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We can see all of our stuff, but we have a total of 32 channels over here. So how that works is, this is a P2P tunnel. P2P tunnels are kind of complicated in applied energistics, but the basic gist is this tunnel acts like it is right next to this guy. The reason we have to have this here is because we need to transfer power. So as you can see, we have 4 channels here. That wasn't going to get any more channels, or was it? It's got 5. See, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, so basically how it works, I believe if we put a smart cable on this guy, we'd see that there's 2 channels being used. Just for demonstration purposes, let's go ahead and put a dense cable. Yeah, as you can see, we have two channels being used. So what's happening is quartz fibers only transfer power, not data. So this line is basically just giving this line between the P2P network power. Now, the P2P tunnels, they don't necessarily see this line. They act like they're right next to each other. That's why we can transfer 32 channels from here over there on normal glass cable. Normal glass cable can only have 8 channels. Well, it is currently using 2 because these P2P tunnels are transferring data. So they are using the two channels on this guy, because you don't need a controller or anything like that. Normal glass cable can transfer 8 channels. The catch is you need to have it powered. Well, this line has power as well because it's connected to the controller. So this line is isolated except for this quartz fiber. It essentially is how the system sees it. And that's how we can get 32 channels over there, which is what we want because we're going to start setting up a bunch of different things so that we can work on getting automation. And this memory card basically says, hey, this device, connect to that device down there. That's all it is. So we can put that stuff away. One thing I figured out, I was looking up trying to figure out how we're supposed to get the last little bit of stuff with Thaumcraft. So we're missing the infusion enchantment, and I couldn't figure out how to get that. One thing we can try is, can we scan a zombie brain? Have we scanned a zombie brain? That's important. We have scanned a zombie brain. So what I've read and what I've seen is we need to just scan an angry zombie. That will work for us. So let's come over here. There should be an angry zombie somewhere in here. And let's see. I put that away. Let's grab a safari net, and we'll try to grab some zombies. So, safari net, there we go. Alright, so I think we will wait on the Enderman farm. I think we'll set that up next time. Just because I realized setting up the Thaumcraft stuff is going to take a little bit longer. So this is a zombie. And it is a baby zombie. Okay. Let's also put that there. Let's make sure nothing else spawns. So skeleton, creeper, skeletons, creepers, mighty skeleton. That's a zombie. I picked up a creeper. Let's see, skeleton. I accidentally killed a zombie. I wish I could, like... Okay, I kind of can. Let's just kill... I'm trying to kill the zombie, the creepers. Oh, it's got a skeleton in it. Already. Alright, let's try to grab whatever we can. You are just a baby zombie. You are a normal zombie. That's a skeleton. And you know what, let's just keep this zombie, and what we'll do is we'll go spawn in a bunch of zombies and see if that works. See if that does what we want it to do. Hopefully it will, and then we can get hopefully the last bit of research that we need for Thaumcraft. So I have made the shard farm in another series in Agrarian Skies actually, and well, basically how it's going to work is we're going to use autonomous activators and hammers to place and destroy blocks. That is the plan anyways, and hopefully it works well enough. So this is not going to make the exact copies, which is what we want. We want to basically wait until we get a angry zombie. Once we find an angry zombie, we'll scan them, and everything will be good. So you are not angry. And you are not angry. I think this will work. I don't think they're considered different mobs. Otherwise, I will have to figure out a way to get an angry zombie. You're not angry. We'll just try it for, like, I don't know, a handful of zombies. But anyways, so the shard farm, how it's going to work is we're going to set up a couple of autonomous activators to place and break blocks. And that way we can get basically all the stuff we were going to want. You're a zombie villager. That's kind of cool. So we're getting zombie villagers. Not an angry one. The only other thing I can think of is maybe there's a way to spawn them. I know sinister nodes can do that, but I don't know that we've found any sinister nodes. Otherwise, we're gonna have to essentially make a use our dark room and see if we can't get an angry zombie. Alright, well, that was enough trying. Let's go ahead and take the zombie out. Put him down. I would have been very mad if that was a angry zombie. So let's grab all this stuff. I'll throw that in there for why not. And zombie skulls can go in there. Alright, so we still need to find angry zombies. That is going to be a challenge. Let's take a look at the Thaumcraft. I know that we can do sinister nodes will give us angry zombies. The pack, enchantments, ores. Let's see. I know the sinister lodestone will tell you where the closest sinister node is. Otherwise, unfortunately, because all of this is ocean, we really can't do anything about it. So none of those guys. Let's turn the light off and see what we get. So that is pretty much what we're going to be waiting for with Thaumcraft, to get the last little bit of research. Now, one thing I want to go do, and that's why I wanted to charge up our jetpack, is we're going to head into the nether. And what we're going to be looking for in the nether is wisps. Wisps are going to be good to get because we're going to need the essence that they drop. And I feel like I've already gotten a wisp. But maybe not. Let's see. I'm going to probably regret this. Let's hit one, and then we're just going to drop them all off to their death. Perfect. Kill the hellhound. And let's go kill the ghast. Alright. Has anything spawned? Just pigmen. These guys don't know about what I did to the other ones, so they don't care about me. So if we can get... I swear I looked. I don't think we have any wisps. Wisps are going to be important to get because they are going to allow us to essentially just kind of get more... oh, what is it called? It's the stuff that does the thing. More of the Essentia drives. That is what we need the wisp for. So I want to see, just real quick. Also, we could turn that off. So skeleton, enderman, hellhound, pink slime, bats. No, I don't have any wisps. So we're gonna have to search for that. Hopefully we can get this from the nether. We should be able to. Wisps do usually like to spawn in the nether. And that is pretty much one of our goals. Now it is night, so let's see, there's fire bats. These guys I hate so much. And let's see, we kill the hellhounds. There's still a bat. There he is. Okay, so let's fly way over here, let things spawn for a second, and then we'll head back and see if there's anything we want. No, not really. So get a zombie pigman. They all run off. I said they all run off. And then we can just kind of kill these guys. So we're not going to be able to get the nether shards. This method, let's go, break blocks. We're not going to be able to get the nether shards. That's the only things we're not going to be able to do, which isn't that big of a deal. So we'll come back here, and maybe I just need to look and see how wisps spawn, but we're not really getting any of them today. Alright, so that's something I will kind of keep an eye on. I'll see if there's another way, but basically we need wisps in order to... Actually, I know another way, but let's clean out our inventory. We'll go check that in a second, because I remember seeing some before. Alright, so we got some wool of bat. That's nice. We need our division sigil, because it's almost midnight. Yeah, it's getting close, so we can go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and start getting all of this stuff unlit. F7. And alright, let's just shift right click. Too early. That's the only thing. That's good. So once the sigil starts glowing, we can spawn the chicken, kill it, and then bad things will happen. So we need to be a little bit prepared. Our armor's fine and all this kind of stuff, but what we need to be worried about is, actually, can I claim these chunks? I'm claiming all these chunks, and the reason I'm doing that is it will prevent... Okay, we can go. So, there we go. Let's light up and get as much of this stuff as we can. So, luckily, like, nothing spawned, so we don't really have to worry. But this is cursed earth, this purple stuff. It burns up in light. Specifically, it burns up in daylight. And, well, it spawns mobs very quickly, and the mobs that it spawned usually are a little bit more powerful. Now, the other thing that this did was it powered up our division sigil. So now we can use the division sigil to get unstable ingots. I don't think unstable ingots are really used for this mod pack. I don't believe so anyways, but we can check. So let's see. Unstable ingots. As you can see, you can make them from diamonds and iron, or you can make the nuggets, which are a little bit better, from gold and diamonds. The reason you want to make the nuggets is because these guys explode after 10 seconds and can only be crafted in a vanilla crafting table. So are we going to need this stuff? I mean, if we want to make ethereal glass and that kind of stuff, that'd be fun, but I don't believe this stuff is used for anything other than nether star generators, which aren't used for anything. And that's pretty much it. So if we want nether star generators, that is a thing, but otherwise we don't really need the unstable ingots. So cursed earth was really the only thing we needed, and we got 47, so not a bad haul. So what we can do is the plan I have is let's head to some of these areas and see if we have anything good. So these are the let's make platforms so that I can spawn stuff in. Is there any others? I don't think so. Okay, so we're gonna have to keep waiting for angry zombies and the angry zombies and the wisps. That is something I'll have to figure out. But we have the cursed earth, which is great. And what we can do is let's go ahead and start working on getting the shard farm up and running, and then we'll call a day. So what we need is we're gonna need a bunch of redstone conduits, which I went ahead and made 100 of them. we're going to need 2 autonomous activators. There's one, and let's get another one. These are pretty easy to make. We just need that and a chest. And there's the second autonomous activator. And then we're going to need a hammer. And I think the best hammer to get is going to be... Actually, I wonder. Let's see something real quick. No, because we need to do sandstone slabs. And that kind of stuff. So that won't work. Never mind. We're going to need a hammer. So we'll just take diamonds. Like so. And actually, I want to teach the system how to make that. Or should we just do iron? I think iron hammers will be just fine. So let's teach the system how to make an iron hammer. And throw that in here. We'll need a couple interfaces. So let's make 10 interfaces. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Cool. And we're gonna need some chests. So let's get some planks. We're gonna need, some servos. And filters. So filter. Cool. And that should be pretty much it. We're also gonna need some ME cable. So there we go. Alright, now we're gonna do this all the way over there because it makes sense to, and I wouldn't mind having power over there as well. So let's just, these are empty. I made the wrong ones. Alright, well, let's throw those in there. Redstone flux ducts. We can do that. That is not a problem. Let's go ahead and tell it to make 2 more. And we can get this set up until we have power. So the reason I expanded this area is exactly for this. So this doesn't take that much space. So let's just put it right here. We're going to need 2 autonomous activators. One like so, and one like so. This one will be a... Let's see. When we want to break a block, we hit left click. So one of these will be left click, and I think I want this one to be left click, and it will only use the first slot. So if we put that there, and if it had power, it'd hit us with the hammer. Now I don't want it to do anything else, so that's that. We are going to need some atom ducts as well. We'll use some impulse. Can we? We'll make more of those later because I don't want to mess up the system. So these guys, we're gonna have configuration. Let's turn the configuration off. So this guy is going to have. Let's see, if we put a chest here and we put an interface. Actually, we could make this pretty compact. So we'll put a interface here. We'll put a chest here. Actually, the interface should go right next to the chest. It's like so. And then we'll have another chest here. Do we have like a vacuum chest or something like that? Because if we do, that would work. No. So we are going to need some sort of vacuum chest. Let's see. The Ender IO one, how bad is that to make? Not bad at all. So we'll just make an Ender IO vacuum chest. This will work just fine for our purposes, and then we can extract the stuff fairly easily out of it. So let's just get that in there, and there's the vacuum chest. This will make things a little bit easier. So we put the vacuum chest here. Messed up. I want this chest. Let's see, can we turn this off? And we're going to want the range to be like 2. So I want a chest right here with that there. Alright, that'll work. And then we can do this. Let's see, this is... That's the front, it's the right. We want input. We're going to have a filter that says hammers. Ignore metadata. Whitelist. And that's fine. So if we put a servo here, always active, it's going to put a hammer in there once we give it a hammer. Should, anyways. So, it's not working, and I think it's because it needs ignore MBT. Why did I set this? Oh, it's wrong. Blue is input. So this also is going to have a blue input, and we're going to put a filter on it that is whitelist. And this is going to be where the blocks are, and it's going to be a right click, and it's going to be first slot only, and we're going to fill it up with cobblestone so it doesn't use that anymore. So that should be good for that. We then put this like so. Don't want that connection, and we just give this a servo, always enabled, and that'll put back into the system. So the only thing is the hammers will need to be a little bit different. So let's see, how are we going to do this? Because I don't want this to be filled with hammers. I don't think it actually matters too much, so we're not going to worry about it too much. Let's go ahead and just bring this over here, and we'll connect this to the system. And what we can do now is head back here. Do we have more interfaces? We do. Let's go ahead and get these guys taken care of. And actually we want dense cable there, so let's get some dense cable. We'll set this up so that it's a little bit better. And yeah, this is all gonna have to be dense cable, so just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly. And there we go. So now we have more channels, which means we can also do this and give this even more interfaces. We'll also need some more molecular assemblers, so we'll go ahead and tell the system to make like 4 more of those. And how are we doing for blank patterns? We could probably use some more of those. We're missing Sturgis Quartz dust. I will worry about that later. Alright, so here's the plan. So what we need is the redstone conduit, redstone energy flux ducts rather, and I think I'm actually going to take the iron hammer out of the system, and we're going to just clear it because we don't need it. What we can do is we can grab a diamond hammer, and we're just gonna like give this, I don't know, just make a bunch of diamond hammers. That'll be enough, and we'll just throw a bunch of diamond hammers in there, and that should last for probably the rest of the playthrough. So what we need to do now is just run power lines all the way over, which is gonna be fun. But if we ever need any more power stuff over there, we'll have it. So it's not like a wasted thing. Alright, so this is going to take a little bit, but not too bad. And then we get to start setting up everything else. All the auto crafting for all of the different things. So let's just go around like so. And then drop it down. And there we go. So what we can do now is we can tell it, hey, you can get diamond. I'll just fill this up with diamond hammers, but they won't go anywhere until this iron one runs out. Now, as you can see, it has power, and it will hit us. We can now activate this, and what we can do is teach the system that, hey, making different things is pretty much just a matter of putting the right components and going from there. So what I mean by that is, alright, so we have, let's see, there's 2, 4, 6, there's 8 shards. Let's see all the shards. So we have air shards, earth shards, entropy shards, fire shards, water shards, and order shards. So those all relate to different things. For example, TNT. TNT makes entropy. Let's see, stone slabs, which I don't know if our system knows how to make. I should probably see. We know how to make stone, don't we? No. So let's teach the system how to make. So let's see, stone slabs. We can't make. Stone slabs are just made from stone. Pretty easy. Now, do we know how to make stone? No. So what we need to do now is say that processing cobblestone gives you stone. And let's see, that goes into, so stone slabs can go to the molecular assemblers, and then the redstone furnace gets the stone. Alright, with that taken care of, let's see, fire. Fire shards are made from nether brick. So nether brick is nether rack smelted up. Let's just do 1. And then we can make that with more stuff. And then basically what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to add all of the auto crafting for netherrack. I'm going to have to add storage for stone in here as well. And we'll just basically have a cobbleworks eventually that is to get stone, glass, gravel, sand, that kind of stuff. And we'll kind of work on that later. But so that makes that. And then there we go. So those two are done. And let's see, netherrack into the nether brick. So this goes here, and then this guy goes into the redstone furnace. So I want to go ahead and tell the system to make a nether brick because we're going to need that. And we can get rid of those. So the other thing we need is ice, which I haven't really decided how we're going to do that yet. Ice is made from compressing snow, or I think the best way is going to be to set up a, isn't there a, I swore we can make it from a glacial precipitator, which I don't believe we have. So we're going to have to set one of those up, and we'll get that taken care of. I'll probably do a little bit of that off camera, to be honest, because the glacial precipitator should not be that difficult to make. No, in fact, we could probably make it once we have another machine frame. So I'm going to work on getting a little bit of that off camera, and we'll set it up pretty quickly, maybe next time. So then air shards are sandstone. So sandstone slabs, we need to make sandstone. into slabs. And those are both just pretty easy crafting. And then we need grass. This is probably going to be the hardest thing to get because there is no real good recipe for it. I'm going to have to make it manually. But that's fine. So what we can do is grass. Let's look up the shards because I want to make sure because some of these will give us more than one. Grass is a 1-to-1. Do we have those blank? Alright, let's get those blank patterns. Let's get 10 of them. We're still missing Certus. Alright, I need to teach the system real quick how to make Certus dust. And then that just goes into, let's see, pulverizer? No, not furnace, not the furnace. That doesn't work. Pulverizer. Alright, now let's tell the system to make like 20 more. And that should get going. So, air shards are sandstone slabs, so it's 2 of these guys. Make 1 of this. And we'll get to that soon enough. So there's that. Let's see, nether brick. 1 nether brick gives us 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on. So basically what we'll do is we'll tell the system, hey, you can make shards. And the way you do it is by putting stuff in here. So there are those. And we just need to set the filter. So resident filter, you can take all of these materials and what will happen, just kind of demonstration, since we have these 3 set up, we can go ahead and put those. I don't have water set up, but I'll deal with that later. So if we put grass in there, what will happen is it will place the grass and it'll break it. This guy will pick up the earth shard and we'll put it in there. So the trick is the sandstone slabs, it'll place both of them and it'll break it and we get the air shard. So the only thing that I'm worried about is, will it give us water? It does. Alright, that is bad. Not to mention it just destroyed all of this. So there's an easy way to fix that, and it's basically just do this. The hammer can't reach, so it's not going to do anything, and everything else is fine. So I need to fix these skulls, but otherwise I think that is a working system. Just need to get the rest of the recipes and set up basically the automation for getting all the materials and making sure all the materials get into the system, which is probably going to be a little bit of off-camera work, and I think that's what I'm going to do is I'll probably end up moving some of the stuff. So like clay, for example, is dust, and then the aqueous accumulator is also giving us witch water, which gives us this. So I'll probably end up moving this and set up interfaces and whatnot for that. Probably over here. And then let's see what else. We're going to have a cobbleworks. We'll probably have that back here, which is just to make all of the different cobblestone stuff. And we will make sure that there is a cobblestone, so we can put a cobblestone drawer like here, and then everything should be good. So just kind of setting up everything, setting up automation and whatnot, and clearing up some stuff. We're also going to need to start pumping in redstone, and this will need to be automated as well. Shouldn't be that bad. I just need to run some wires over here and replace this guy with a just replace these guys with interfaces. So the other thing is obsidian, but that's automatic, so it doesn't really matter too much. I can just pump that into the system. So that is the plan, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!